Okay. Hello, YouTube. This is Chong, and I'm going to be making my. I'm going to be making arts and crafts as I am talking about the morality and universal issues and everybody's hypothesis of God. I was listening to this discussion at Notre Dame with these very intelligent people, and I I mean it's still going on, but I got to start my stream, and I got enough because it goes on for hours, so I might be discussing this for a while because they had a lot of good arguments. They had atheists on there. They had Christians on there. They had it all. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna start making my bracelets, and I'm gonna give my opinion on theirs. And of course, it's not gonna be a negative opinion. I don't like to think negative. I don't like to be negative. So I won't. It's just gonna be because I want us to be. I would like our society to be peaceful. So, in fact, I'm just giving my humble opinions about pretty much that type of thing. And I'm gonna start. I'm gonna make these bracelets, and I honestly I did not buy any Christmas gifts because I decided paying bills was more important than getting a bunch of stuff that you can't figure out where you're gonna put them. So I'm gonna be making bracelets and things. And when I make my bracelets, it's going to be, I'm actually trying to catch up on getting my friends Christmas presents. And then after that, everything I make on my YouTube videos, I'm just going to donate or just give away. But I figure it's something I could do. That's an activity that's fun, and I could show everybody how to make them, and they could save money too. So it's something interesting. So I'm gonna position this camera. I'm gonna try to get it positioned nice. I'm hoping. Here's my little table. I went and I bought this. It's one of those kids mats I bought, and it has like interact, like where you can connect them, and it kind of works as a nice table for me. And I'm hoping that I have my camera right. I might have to put on this other side here. I'm trying to use for my table. I wish I could get my camera just to do this. Let me see if I can do this. Maybe I can just like set it right here as I'm making everything. I might be able to do that. Because I really want to angle it this way, but I am so sorry. I'm like the worst YouTuber sometimes, I think. I'm one of those YouTubers that people are like, what happened? It seems to be like that. It's like, what happened to this person that they can't even angle it to their table they're trying to do stuff with? But yeah, this is what I am. This is where I'm at. So we're just gonna go with it. Alright. Now my camera's acting funny. Oh, you know what? That's a really good angle right there. I really like that angle. I'm gonna put my glasses on. Alright. And I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna shut this off actually. we're going to just shut this off. I'm just going to have that. Okay. All right. See, we're doing something good now. I know all these are the good YouTubers. I'm not really. I mean, I'm new at this. I'm very new at this. And I don't have a very good operation going here. It's not as good as I would want it to be. Let's just put it that way. So, I'm trying to see if I put it this way a little. If it gets a little better. Okay, that's a really good angle. This must be how these YouTubers do it. Anyways, I'm going to cut this. I wish I can. I might, I'm thinking maybe I could put my camera over here and just have this kind of holding this up. Alright. Oh, see, that's good. That's a really good angle right here. So that's a great angle. Oh, that's lovely. I think we're going to keep that angle. It's just like it's totally opposite though. Alright, let's try this way. Alright. Maybe I could just put like this. I'm going to put right here because last time Chong just knocks over everything. He enjoys knocking over my stuff. Oh my god, Chong, no. You're not taking my yarn. He's obsessed with taking my yarn. I didn't know I had a cat. You would think I had a cat with everything going on. Anyways, I'm going to try to section these out. Alright. See, this is kind of frayed over here, so I'm going to take this. But I was listening to this lecture they had at the University of Notre Dame. Very good people. I like they're very intellectual. They really are. And I was listening to them, and they had some good arguments about things. Chong, would you get out of there? Go. Chong. But they had these good arguments going on about morality. They had some, and they didn't just focus on the scientific side or this side or that side. They had it all going on. The University of Notre Dame is awesome. I never had the pleasure of actually going there. I wish I did. But I take 3 of these strings. And what I'm going to do, I learned this in Girl Scouts, is you take this. Chong, get away from the closet. But anyways, you take this and I loop it. Here, I'm going to put this close to the camera so you can see me looping it. I take this here and I pull this over. I like to go under. I put it over my fingers and go under this way. And then you knot it. If you take everything over and knot it, you could do that. And then it holds everything together while you're braiding things. And then I got this little table. It's supposed to be for little kids' mat, but we do have a little kid that comes over a lot. So I'm going to put it on. It's like a play mat type thing. But I have it where this here, you could pull up on this little part right here. I'm going to bring the table here. and it pulls up, and I didn't take the side out. I left it here. All right, here. Where the heck? This is what I mean about this camera. Well, I pulled up on the one side of my mat to hold it, so while I'm braiding, it does this. And it was $9. It was not a bad purchase. And I have it to where I can braid now. And I like to look at it as braiding hair. And I'm just making one long braid. But I was listening to this argument, and they had the atheist. See, just pretend you're braiding somebody's hair. If you know how to braid hair, this is so easy. And you can make string for anything. You can make it for your beaded necklaces. You could do friendship bracelets with it. Just a lot of different things. But I'm listening to these arguments. And in these arguments, they had a lot of very good stuff going on being proposed. You know, the atheists even said everybody wanted a peaceful existence. They were all coming together. And they were just saying that we're part of a bigger whole. Even the atheists were saying this. And they had a lot of and they were talking about quantum theory and all that, and they said it just proves to the existence of God. And honestly, it probably does. I mean, you have all these intellectuals doing all these things, and it actually just makes you think. Maybe they are. Maybe we are just a part of a bigger whole. You got the University of Notre Dame with atheists and everybody coming together. See, I bring the table closer to me because I don't want to have to go get a huge. I live in an apartment, so I bring it closer to me so I'm not hurting my back too. You can do that. You have all these intellectuals coming together doing that. You got all these intellectuals coming together. You're not supposed to be by there. Don't look at me like that. I'm going to squirt you with some water. My dog's like a cat. I call him the cat dog. But you have all these intellectuals just coming together, and they're just saying that that quantum physics and all this and a lot of different things are just all part of the whole. And I tend to agree with that. I've always believed we were part of a greater purpose, a greater whole. And there was one guy that was a professor that all of his family was in the Holocaust, and they died. And I guess, he rose above all of everything. And he's at the University of Notre Dame, a professor speaking and everything. So it's not a bad thing. And I'm thinking, everybody, what they're saying has to be on the right track when all your intellectuals are coming together and saying there's a bigger picture out there. Because one day we are going to die. We pass our seed and then we die. But the thing is, when you do pass your seed, what did you pass? And that's where I'm coming at. I did make my seeds. I have 2 sons, but I don't know what I passed. I mean, I did think they were misled for the longest time, but They're not horrible people. Sometimes they make crazy decisions, but like I said, they're not horrible people. So, but I gotta have faith that they'll eventually make better decisions one day. What decisions they'll make, I don't know. We all have free will, so there's really nothing I can do or say or think about that. I mean, I believe in free will, and you have to believe in free will. Because if you don't, I don't know, I guess you just cease to exist. But they were saying that through all the scientific theories, it is proven, honestly, that something didn't come from nothing. And they were able to agree on something didn't come out of nothing. So if we're something that came out of something, maybe we can make a difference in our existence. I mean, possibly. I think we could if we tried. And I try to make something out of my existence. Because one day I'm not going to be here. One day we're all not going to be here, and then one day we're going to be born again. And then where did our existence bring us and take us? I mean, that's the thing. I mean, you're told a lot of things. I grew up in a Catholic environment. I was told a lot of things that were kind of crazy. So I just tend to believe that maybe being a part of a bigger whole, I I'm trying to make a difference. I am literally trying to make a difference any which way I can. Because that's what I want to do. And and I try. I really try to do good things. I try to make that better existence for people in general. So, I don't know. But they were saying that I believe, honestly, if we're going to go with quantum theories and all this stuff going on in the world, I want to say if there was a God, I'm going with the Milky Way. I think God is located there. We have the biggest black hole and we exist. Chong, don't touch the yarn. We gotta, it has the biggest surplus of energy going on, but yet we still here are standing. And it questions me to believe. Are we a part of the black hole? Are we in the black hole? Or maybe there's something more to it. Maybe seeing the other black holes means we're a part of a universe in the black hole. I mean, I've had my beliefs questions. They always say when people are dying, there's a light at the end of the tunnel. And that is, I had a near death experience. I was dead for a good couple of seconds, whatever. I seen a light at the tunnel. And they say that you see your relatives. Maybe it's a work of the brain. Maybe that's what you see, but you don't really realize it. I don't know. Maybe we are just all in the black hole and don't realize we're in the hole. Maybe this is a part of our penance altogether. Maybe we're just bodies in the black hole, and the black hole just is nicer to other people than others. And all these aliens we're seeing, maybe they're just beings from another plane of existence. I mean, logic would tell you this. Chong, leave that alone. Because I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm just a person that wonders in the world. But I'm honestly thinking maybe that could be true. I mean, we don't know. And we honestly don't. We may never really know. And I just know if I'm in the black hole and I got friends in my black hole, I'm going to enjoy the time I have in here until something happens. Or maybe we just, when we die, we just go back and we go to a different dimension. And maybe starting all over again just means a different plane of existence. I mean, that could very well be the case. I don't know. I mean, any of this could be because we don't really know. And I do watch the videos because I do believe in the existence of different universes. I do believe in the existence of, I do believe there could be a universe within the black hole. And I'm willing, because I listen to everybody. See, this is getting long enough, so I'm going to put this around my fingers, loop it around and under, because this is going to be a terrific bracelet for somebody. See, look how pretty it is. And then you pull it out, and ta-da! You don't have to worry about buying string. You made your string. It's wonderful. And you saved a lot of money. Because you go and there's just a lot of stuff going on when you go places. And then my friend Carol, she's like one of my best friends. I think of all time best friends. Stop. You need to mind your own business, Chong. I'm just saying, you just need to mind your own business. I wanted to try to do some of these tumblers. I got these. I was wondering how I could get these tumblers to work. I was thinking about wrapping this to somewhat get this top and hold it up there. I was thinking of maybe braiding around this. Maybe that would be where I could do this. I was thinking about braiding one of these onto this. Because I was raised that you make do with what you have. Oh my God, you're eating a bone. What's the occasion? You're actually behaving, Chong. I'm scared. Maybe the world is ending. My dog never barely behaves. I'm thinking if I start the braid around this way, I can make this. I decided just to do this freestyle. I'm not going to pretend that I know what I'm doing. I'm not going to sit there and pretend anything. I'm just going to do this freelance so everybody can do this themselves. See, I'm going to take a knot. I'm going to knot these two together like this. I'm going to put it between my fingers and out. And get this here and knot this also. This is how I'm going to do this so I don't have to buy these prisms. Because who has the money for all that? And see, that knot wasn't close enough, so I'm going to put another knot in. Just like this. You know, if you have to, just kind of take this and go like that so you can pull it through better. to try to get a little bit closer like this. Because I want this to come down, like if you were to like hang it from somewhere and hold it nice. I'll put this in here and hopefully it secures this crystal. Pull this over. See, this is turning out nice. See, all I did is knot this, and I got a basic tumbler. Then I'm going to take this and knot this around this way to reinforce this crystal like this. And like I said, I don't have a whole lot here, but if you secure it with enough force like this, you can do this on this other side like that. Pull everything out like this. And then grab it over here. See, this is pretty secure. And I just randomly thought of this idea. Because I'm trying to get all these gift ideas out. And I'm just going to keep knotting the top of this. Because it's so expensive to try to get certain items. And by the time you get those certain items, I don't know, it's just hard. And then you have all kinds of stuff going on. When I was just trying to think, instead of having to buy everything from the manufacturer for these, doing this. See, this is pretty secure. I'm kind of proud of myself with this one. Now, see, I'm keeping this end right here. I don't know if you can see this, but let me bring this closer to the camera. I'm just taking this tumbler and just knotting this. I mean, the lighting is so bad. See how I'm just knotting it? That's what I'm trying to do. And then I'm going to braid out this end with the extra one here. I'm going to braid this end here. Because I think that would be nice. I'm going to put it in this little corner to hold my string. And I'm going to braid it and wrap it. And then this way I get use of all these tumblers, because you find these online all the time, these tumbler sets. Where it doesn't have a top, but you pay for that. That's the problem with all that. You're paying for all these machines to do all the stuff that you can, in fact, probably do on your own. But getting back to the Milky Way situation, I do believe that's our master commander. I do believe God's there. I believe it's the watchful eye of the universe. I believe that's why they say karma is coming. Because we're in the middle of karma. This whole cycle is just karma. And I honestly believe it. There's so much evidence of it. It's just astounding everywhere. It's literally everywhere. So, I mean, to think that we're not, it had to be crazy. Alright, now I'm gonna knot this up here because I braided that little bit there. This is pretty secure, actually. This is actually holding this pretty good. This isn't really bad at all. This is one of my better ideas. As scary as that sounds. I have a lot of ideas. Sometimes they're really bad ideas, sometimes they're good ideas. This is kind of holding this up even. Alright. I'm trying to think of like a window decoration type thing with this. I'm going to have it coming down. Because I always do these crystal things and I never have the right materials. It always happens all the time. And it drives me literally insane. Alright. Okay, where did my little bead stuff go? I have no beads. I keep taking my beads. I had these little tiny. Oh, they're right here. I was blaming you, Chong, and I should not have. Okay. I have little beads here. My dog is always on the prowl. My dog has issues. I'm not gonna lie. He has issues when it comes to certain things. Okay. This is a really pretty charm. A tree of life. This would be perfect for my friend here. I'm going to hang this over here. Hang this out. I wish I could get this up here. Trying to get this through this little tiny dot here. And maybe I'll try to bring it out this way. Because I do have to make 2 necklaces, one for my friend Tanya and one for my friend Carol. But honestly, in this heated debate, they all agree with some kind of existence. Even the people that don't believe in anything that are atheists are believing that there's a common decency that we all should uphold. Which is a miracle if you think about it, because most people don't come together and believe everything like that. Most people do a whole lot of disagreeing. And for everybody to believe one thing really is a miracle. Because it's just the way the world is. Chong, would you stop? I love you too. You cannot have my bead set. I give you so much. I just can't do it. I have to make this. So that's good. I'm putting this over there. See, this would be good even if I didn't have a crystal. But I'm having this here. I have the tree of life next to the crystal like that. I was going to hang. And then I'm going to see if I tie this like that, how this would turn out. I mean, I'm doing this literally all with yarn. Hey! You're not getting my chapstick. You stay away from my chapstick, mister. How are my lips supposed to stay nice if you take all my damn chapstick? Alright. So that's nice there. See, look, I got the Tree of Life on there now. I mean, people do like these kind of things. Even some of the atheists I work with like this stuff. Chong, come on! I can't stop every 10 minutes for this. You keep knocking over my yarn. For the love of God. Anyways. Okay, getting back to discussion, even though we have a crazy dog over here. Anyways, to live in an age where people are freely admitting this, that are on opposite ends of an argument, is very special. Because this just never usually happens. And I'm trying to think of this. Well, yeah, that's kind of nice. Just gotta take off the spray down here. See, I created all that with just yarn. Just yarn, that's it. I'm going to take this part off. Put those there. Put that in the garbage a little bit. All right. I'm going to take this off. Because, I mean, we have enough knotting done where we're good. I'm trying to make it nice. The one thing I can do is crystal stuff, so I try to do what I can. I don't want to be that cheap person that's friends with you that says, I'm not going to get you nothing because I have bills. But I do say that sometimes, but see, this is really nice. Because I was thinking the people hanging it from their cars. And this stuff is so expensive. So expensive. Go to Crystal Shop, they charge you an arm and a leg for this stuff. But yeah, let me show you this one. Let me move this here. I'll put this by this light. Alright. Alright. Oh my god. I need more lighting in this room. But yeah, there it is. And let me just do this. This will probably be easier. Alright, hang on. Alright, there we go. I use the yellow one because it's better to use. Okay, here's this. And then when you bring it down, you have that and the crystals being held. Oh my lord, this camera's so bad. See? And then this is braided really nice. And then I thought people could put around their visor or something. Or just hang it from like a window or something. Something like that. It just meant for a nice talisman, you know what I mean? And I like it because it's the Tree of Life, so that's going to be somebody's present. Alright, and now I'm going to start another one. Oh my god, here we go. I have got so many technical difficulties sometimes. Alright. There we go. Alright. Alright, well that's just not even going to work because that's like way up there. I might have to move this thing to show me the next one. I'm going to try to work on getting a better camera. that can possibly serve me better. But for now, this is about as good as it's getting because I'm on low budget here. And I just do what I can. But I seriously am on low budget. So it is what it is with that. I'm just trying to take random things to hold my camera up at this point. Alright. Okay. Yeah, that's a good angle. I just kind of propped it from my phone. Hopefully you got a good phone. Oh, good. The universe is doing something good for me now. Alright, I'm going to make another one because I got to give Tanya her present. I got this one ready to go here. I mean, I think this would be nice. I mean, this could probably be like a bracelet that you wrap around here. Wrap around. This is nice. I do like this. But we're going to put that there. I got one made. And I'm going to see if I can maybe do a pink string one. Or, I don't know. I'm thinking of trying this thing out. I got a bunch of these. Carol's helped me out so much before in the past. These aren't made for these tumblers, but I don't know. I might give that to somebody else. Whatever is the nicest one I've given my card because she's helped me out in so many bad times. And I do appreciate all her help. So, I actually bought these. I actually bought these online. And I'll show you, and these are so easy to do. I forgot the name of them, but you could put little rocks in them or anything. They're like in the arts and crafts section of Amazon. So they're like little things. On my next stream, I'll try to find the exact name of them, like or whatever. But right now, I don't have a lot of viewers, and this thing's just falling out. I'm trying to figure out how they're. See this prism, nice. This is the one I'm giving Carol. But you just kind of put the crystal in here. Let me bring this over here. Put this here. All right, this one I made here. Like they come in these here with this netting. I just got them with like for arts and crafts, and I just literally put one of, like I'll show you. I got like a whole little bag of crystals here. These are the free tumblers, and I got that where you can put this in here. And this will probably be the one I give my friend Carol because she's helped me through such bad times. And I think I paid like $6 for these. And they're real nice. And you just put any of them, whatever color you think is nice, you put in there. And they're just so pretty. And I only had black I can get. But this is definitely going to be a Carol gift. Because they're really cute. So that's gonna be a gift for Carol. I'm not sure what that's gonna be. I don't know, I'll have to see. But I do want to practice making my own string because I do order some string in, but I mean, I think this is fun because this is like literally making your own because you could put this on the side of your I mean, yeah, it kind of looks kind of crazy looking, but you got Tree of Life in that, and I actually knotted that and did that myself. I thought that was nice. But this could be like if you want to just hang this from somewhere. I'm thinking someone's car. So I'm going to put this with Carol's present. I'm going to give her that, and I'm going to give her this for her car. I hope it's long enough to extend out to a car over. Because this would be perfect for a car. And I'm just going to put that over there for Carol's pile. Because she gave me a ride home on Monday from work. Okay. Since she's giving me a ride home and stuff, and I haven't given her Christmas presents because I just told everybody I'm not going to sit there and go broke for Christmas. This is what I did. I'm a unique, crazy person. I like to call myself that because I really am a unique, crazy person. I'm that crazy person that will do a bunch of stuff for you and tell you I'm making your present for Christmas. It's just kind of what I do. So, there we go. This is actually really a better angle. I just kind of put my boxes and everything together. But I got Carol's gift done. And my friend Tanya, I want to give her something really nice too. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make her one of like Carol because I worked with them for so many years and I literally would be nowhere without some of my coworkers. She wanted a green stone. So I'm going to go ahead and give this to Tanya. And I'm going to give her the green one since she likes green. And I probably would not have survived at my work as long as I have without either of my friends. So that is what it is. I mean, you can't survive this world without friends. And honestly, I just like to learn about the world around me. But I do strongly suggest if you're going to like have stones like this to get these cords. I don't know why my camera keeps doing this. But I do suggest getting. Am I doing this? Alright. Like here, get these cords because they look nice. And they could be. And they look nice for an actual necklace. But her favorite color is green. So I want to give this one to Tanya. So that'll be Tanya's gift. And I'm going to probably make one of these too for Tanya. She told me she liked pink. So I'm going to go ahead and write out a pink one for her. So I'm going to try to make this. I try to like get the length. Like I'm going to make this kind of long. So this way it could be wrapped around or a lot of things could be done with this. So I'm going to, and I'd have equal lengths because I'm going to be braiding this. Because I make use of everything I have. So I'm going to go ahead and braid this. I just size it up like this. And I cut it. And I'm going to do a third one because I don't want to have this rope too thick. I kind of want the rope not to be so thick. And it seems to be the kind of the perfect length actually. then I'm going to tie the end. Like I said, I like to take 2 fingers and pull it through and make a knot. And just pull it through the loop. So all you do is pull it through the loop, just like that. And just do it once so you can put things in it. And you won't have a knot where you can't go around things. Because you don't want that either. So I'll put this here. This might be kind of a long string because I got a lot of stuff to make. And I'm making all my gifts while I'm talking about things, so I'm killing 2 birds in one stone. But anyway, I was listening to I mean, it was a big to do. I mean, it seemed like there was a lot of people there, there was a lot of press there. And I'm braiding this just like you would braid your kid's hair. I really am. I'm not even doing nothing spectacular, just a cornrow braid on the yarn. Just pretend it's your kid's hair, or you're braiding your own hair, because I braid all my hair. So just think of it like a braid. And then you could, I recommend one of these tables. And like I said, it's one of those kids' playthings that come apart. And I didn't take the last part off. I kept it right here so I can keep my yarn there. Just to make it real basic and simple. Gotta squirt the animals when they're trying to get at your stuff. And then I just braid it down, braid it down. That's all you do. Just keep braiding down. And we'll braid down and braid more down. But yeah, the atheists were even saying, they were saying that, things aren't as grim as they need to be, and there is a moral fiber in society that's lacking. And it wasn't really meant to be like that. Because even atheists, I know everybody just doesn't like them because they don't believe in God, but the atheists themselves do believe in the existence of good morality. And there was a lot of atheists in this debate. And they believed in the morality. They really did. And it goes to show you that this is not a movement I'm starting. This is a movement that's always been there. A lot. So, I don't know. I mean, the world will never know, but honestly, with this many people coming together, it can't be bad. I mean, I hate to think that. And then you got people that believe in the Matrix and the multi-universes. Maybe it's a part of the bigger whole. Maybe all of this is a part of the bigger whole. You know? And like the atheists, they're called about moral fiber and stuff, but having moral fiber means not committing sin. It's the basic explanation of it all. And honestly, the closer we get to our demise, the closer these questions come. And it just begs to differ. Where are we and where do we stand? I want to stand for good. I want to actually help people because I feel like that's what we should be doing. I don't believe that we should be doing all these things people are mentioning. I really don't. I don't want to think that. I don't want to think all this bad stuff that people are doing. I don't want to think about. I don't like hearing about it, but I know it's a necessary thing. But it doesn't have to be that way. And I know people say that no one will listen. Well, there's a lot of people doing good stuff too. So if you have a lot of good stuff going on, I mean, why not? It is, I mean, we're just talking about basic things that people just should be doing. And I like to think that people would be doing good things because I am, but I'm not facetious enough to think that that's going to be an option either. I know we live and we have our children, and then we hope for the best, and then they do what they do, and that's okay. That's the way life rolls, I guess. So, I mean, but I like to think there's a bigger whole, there's a bigger picture. Because if you don't, to me, it's a comfort thing. If the atheists are right, I guess they're right. But to me, it gives me comfort to know there's something else out there. It gives me comfort to think there's some kind of God or matrix or whatever you want to call it looking after me. I don't want to think I'm alone in the universe. I really don't. And who wants to think they're alone? Because I don't want to think I'm alone. I don't think anybody else truly wants to believe that they're alone. So it's just, it's something I guess we just gotta just agree to agree and try to coexist with one another. Because I honestly don't think it's gonna be a good thing in the end. If I'm dead and I don't believe in nothing, it gets awfully lonely being by yourself. And as humans, we're very sociable beings. We really are, if you think about it. Your feelings get hurt when someone talks about you. When they deny you and they're mean to you. If nobody really cared about one another at all, it wouldn't be like that. So, and it's true. We all need somebody, whether it be a husband or a wife, a child, or just friends. We're social creatures. And we are animals. We're just creations of the universe. That's all we are. We're not a universe. Maybe they say that we're a universe within ourselves or a universe within the universe, whatever you want to choose to believe, which is all pretty much saying the same truths in a different way. All we kind of sometimes all we do is we say the same truths in a different way. So, I mean, thinking about that, I mean, that could be. You're saying the same truth in a different way all the time. You're pretty much saying the exact. I mean, if you want to call it God, you want to call it energy, whatever you want to call it, it's out there. And in this lifetime, and see, it's another part of the table problem. Sometimes if you don't get it in there good enough, that's why you need one of these little kid mats. Sometimes it gets loose. So the kid mat is very helpful. And I, like I said, I'm going to keep these pieces because they're very helpful, and you could wash them. And they hold your thing because you can't braid without something being held. Like if you're not going to have somebody's head there, You would have to have that. And then you can bring it further and back. It's very helpful. I think it's very helpful. But I like to braid, so things like this sometimes are easier for me. So that's the way I look at it. But it kind of deeply affected me in a good way, this whole argument, because honestly, we're all seeing the same pieces of the same whole of understanding. And that's a step in the right direction, honestly. And I hope that things do come about. I really do. I hope things get better in the world eventually one day. I think we all hope that. But But yeah, this could be fun. Just braiding string and making things. I'm probably going to be doing these on different strings. I'm waiting for my candles. I never got that. But today, between today and tomorrow on these streams, I have to try to get some of these presents done because I have another one I got to get done for my friend Jonathan. And I'm going to get one. He don't have a car. That's the only thing. He said some of these look too girly. So I'm trying to get him something that doesn't look girly. It's so hard sometimes. And I wish my candles would have came in. I had a whole candle set, and I don't know where it's at. I wanted to start making sage candles, but I thought I ordered them, but I might have not have, so I might have my husband go ahead and order the sage candles for me, because that would make my life easy if I had that. But I was glad that I got all the yarn because it gave me the idea to make my own string for other stuff. So that was very helpful. But like I said, we're just bigger pieces of the same whole. And don't hate the scientists. They're just reporting what's already out there. I mean, there are planets. We have gravity. There's obviously a universe, and we're obviously a part of it. It's what it is. We are obviously a part of everything. But then we got to think about, where do we stand? Where do you stand on it? Are you going to do something good? Are you going to do something bad? Or are you going to do nothing? So you always have that choice too. Doing nothing, I mean, if you think of the energy field for that, you'll equal out, but you're not going to get anything good or bad in the outcome. That's the thing. So that's neither bad nor good. So the way I look at it, equaling out isn't so horrible, but I mean, if you could do something good, wouldn't you want to get a good result? 'Cause I would want to get a good result if I had to, if it was up to me. So, I mean, that would just be what I would want to do, but then I'm not everybody, and there is free will. There honestly is free will out there. And the people that take away free will are horrible, but sometimes people take away free will because people are bad. If you take away free will from someone that's doing bad, it's still wrong, even though that person's doing horrible acts, which can be bad. I mean, you could try to intersect and I guess if, the spirits probably do that. They intersect and they try to stop the event, but sometimes you can't. Sometimes you can give warnings. I would think. I mean, warnings are given all through our life that this is bad, people warning you, but you don't listen to the signs of something happening and not happening, and bad befalls upon you. I guess you're kind of shit out of luck, they say, because you were warned. And I mean, I've had times where bad things were about ready to happen to me, and I had warnings, and I listened to them. I honestly listened to all the warnings, and I did what I needed to do. So, but that's kind of what you need to do in life a little bit. You gotta listen to all these warnings. And I do. I honestly listen to all the warnings. I fully believe it. So, like I said, I I believe that things return to you and come back to you. I believe in that too. See, this one I believe is long enough, but if you have hair and you do that, if you make it the string a little bit longer, it's better to go a little bit longer than shorter. I kind of made a boo boo with that other one. It's nice, and I know everybody's gonna say it's nice and pretty, but you want to do it at a professional level. You want to more is better than less when you're doing strength. Like this is coming out like this, and I have a little left, but you can always use that if you needed to use it for something else. See this, I'm not sure about. I mean, I might just keep this and just put it up my house, but there's trial and error. But this could be good for somebody just to kind of hang somewhere too, because it does have the tree of life crystal. So I'm gonna put that there. And I do have these other crystals. They came with like a chain and everything, but I'm not worried about all that. I'm absolutely not. I'm thinking about giving this one to my very best friend because it's kind of nice that I bought, and it has the sun. See, it's just the lighting is so bad. But oh my god! But you got the sun and all that, so I'm thinking about giving this to my friend instead of that. I'll just use the bad one. Chong, don't touch it. Don't touch it. Give me the yarn. Yeah, I'm thinking about doing this because I think she would really like this better, and she's kind of fancy. She's very nice, but she is a fancy kind of gal, so I'm thinking about just keeping that because I can always keep that in. Practice makes perfect, as they say, so. But you pull this through. Like, I like to swirl this, kind of like this. Over, keep swirling because you have all these frayed edges. You had to, the thing is just to get this through here with these. You just want to get it through, that's it. I kind of just stuff it in here as much as I can. Just stuff it through. And see, it comes down like this. See, that's real nice. That one looks really pretty. That's the one I'm giving care of. This is definitely the one I'm going to give Carol. So, but yeah, let me get this. Put this here so you can see this. All right, I'm going to put this on my table. But yeah, this is really nice. I picked one with that had this and put that there. And I put the lighter on there and that looks really pretty. I'm going to give her that with one of these necklaces. I'm probably going to give her the lighter color. She likes that. This I'm making for this is going to be Carol's gift right here. Because that is really, really pretty. And it's really nice. And I think that's something you'd find in a crystal shop that makes it really pretty too. So I'm happy with that. Now I just gotta make another one for my friend Tanya, like that. Because I can't have Carol getting the nicer one. There we go. There we go. That's the problem. Okay. Alright. But yeah, this would be hers, and I'm thinking of for Carol. I'm gonna put this in here. Like a little gift bag. I'm just gonna put it in here. And some of these boxes they gave me I'm gonna use too. I'm gonna take my best box since my friends helped me in such bad times and put this in here. I'm gonna put that so she can have it to put anywhere she wants. And then I'm gonna make this. I'm putting this in there with it. Like that. I think it's a nice gift box too. Well, this is definitely gonna be Carol's gift. She's gonna get the gold box. And I'm gonna have to put out another thing. I'm gonna braid out another one for my friend Tanya. So I'm gonna go do this. I was gonna try in another stream. I'm gonna try to like do a bunch of strings. I'm gonna try to do a bunch of strings and put them together and string that string and see how that turns out if I'm low in material. But I want this kind of long like that one because it looks really good. It really did. I like that one. And it turned out much better than the green one. Well, not this, yeah, but this one here. This one here I'm just going to hang in my house. Or just take out the stone and it'll be a lesson to be learned type thing. Because there's trial and error in everything you have in your life. That is what it is here. But I'm gonna put this out here. And there are some people that are way better at this than me. I wish I could do crocheting, but I can't. I just do like crystals, things, and braiding and things like that. And I have string problems all the time. I don't have or never have enough string for my crystal and all kinds of stuff. I get all kinds of issues going on with this. So I'm glad I found out an issue to my string problem. Sometimes you just gotta start over if you think that it doesn't look as nice, you know? Just gotta go and just do what you need to do at that point. And I'm gonna do that the crossover like this and pull it through. And then just the neck. Just one simple solitary knot. And before I didn't have this secure enough, so on this kid's mat, I'm gonna secure this and push this all the way in this little foam stuff. So it's nice and tight. Because I already have Tanya's string there. I already got her necklace there. She doesn't know she's getting a necklace. She thinks she's just getting that. But she is my very best friend, so she's getting both. And these kind of things, like I said, they you go to a crystal shop and you gotta make sure this is tight too. You really do. Gotta make sure this stays nice and tight. Because these, it's just like braiding hair, but you're braiding a tiny piece of hair. For those braiders out there, this is great. They really are. And you just kind of leave it like this. And every braider, once you start your braid tight, you keep it going. And string is just like hair. It's exactly like hair. It's totally like hair. And you just come bring it down over, bring it that way, bring it out this way. I mean, once you get it started, it's easy. It's, once you keep, and you gotta keep it going. Keep the braid going, just like if you're braiding tiny braids, little tiny happy braids. So I was hoping that my other stuff would get here. I wanted to start even painting those number things. Thought that would be fun. Because I love to watch painters. I think they're amazing, especially the oil painters. My friend from my friend from work, she has like a little Facebook thing, and she does painting, and she only is charging me $40 for this painting, but she made one with the 8-sided pentagram, the whole universal stuff on it. She's only charging me $40, and she's been working on it for a couple months. And I've helped her out with a couple issues with things she's had going on. So, kind of one end helps another, I guess the old saying. So, I'm gonna pull this closer so I'm not pulling this too bad. And I'm gonna pull this through here because I was trying to get my braid going and tugging it and then doing this. But I think of this as hair. You just gotta get your hair pieces in the right thing. Same thing with string. You just wanna pull over the hair. Pull it through, make the happy string. I wonder if this is how they came out with string theory in the universe. And I guess in a sense we could think of this as like a universal concept. Because strings in the universe always come together in different ways. And it spins together and makes something different. Well, then maybe that could explain a lot about a lot of different things. They have string theory is a real thing. So maybe that's how string theory works. Pieces and parts come together. It's just they're thinking it's just from a very different understanding. But if you think about it in basic terms, string theory can be explained in these kinds of ways. You got your particles, your neutrons, your different reactions. And we don't really understand what string theory is. We do, everybody has their ideas, but I don't know anybody that's been to space and came back. I don't think any of you guys do. So, my thing is, why ask why? We never had, but everybody has good probabilities. And then people will talk about the psychedelics. They seen this, they seen that. Then there's the arguments that you see God in psychedelics. Some people think you do with the ayahuasca and stuff. Do you? And then there's the old argument: do you actually just see what you wanted to see or what your brain showed you to see, or you actually is that what you're seeing? There's that old argument. So we really just don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't know anybody who does truly know. See, I decided the easier way of doing this is to pull this through. Like when you get a bunch done and you're trying to get your string together to pull that through and keep it closer to you. This way, you don't hurt your back or nothing because you don't got to keep bending over like a crazy person. Because this is a lot of string to do. This really is a lot. I'm probably only going to get these two presents done today, and then tomorrow's stream I'm going to work on Jonathan's necklace and probably try to do something else. I'll probably braid another string and try to get some of these holders done. I mean, I have a bunch of these in tumblers, so I'm going to try to work on other techniques and things of what to do while I'm doing stuff. Especially with wintertime coming. I mean, you're in your house, you're bored. It gives you something to do. I'm thinking, maybe for bracelets, taking these thin strings and braiding the string these and then braiding three of them together and see what I get. It is time consuming. It really is, but if you have the time, it can look very pretty. So maybe a bracelet could be nice. Like I could take these and make these a little thicker and then braid these together and then maybe make Jonathan that and it might look manly more. And I could take different colors and put them in. Maybe not use pink. Most people don't seem to like pink that much. So I wouldn't do that, but now that I've mastered the string a little better, see, I like to do all this online, so you can see the whole processes of the creative process. And I like to pull that through so I could still keep pulling to make sure the string turns out really nice. Because it takes time, but you think about all the money you saved as you're doing this, and it's not bad. And like I said, I like to think of science in simple terms. And like I said, just think of it as the string. There's a lot of different strings correlating to different elements and coordinates all around the Milky Way universe and everything. And then these coordinates and everything, they correspond to different points and sometimes come into a collision. And I guess that's where your Big Bang Theory would come. When you're thinking about that, because you got the different coordinates, you have different things going on, and it's going to collide. So, I mean, that could be a good probability of things. I mean, we don't really know. I mean, maybe you can even use this for hair stuff. Like if you want a purple hair, because I've seen yarn hair before. Maybe this is the process they make for yarn hair. I'm thinking about making a little, maybe making that into a hair thing. But these, I'm going to try to like braid out some strings and make a bracelet. And then I'm going to make Jonathan one of these with one of these tumblers, and I'm going to try to make a bracelet. I think that would be nice. That he can like put on, because I think that would be really nice. I'm not the best. I mean, this is the first I've had at doing this kind of stuff. So I only, I mean, I'm not an expert, but I figure just the fact that it's my first attempt doing it has to count for something, you would think. But that's neither here nor there. So, but yeah, you just keep braiding it down, you braid it down. But tomorrow will probably be a stream where I might only be able to make one bracelet. I don't know. But I have one present done, and I think Carol's present looks really good. Hers is magnificent looking. And it was the right color yarn, the right color braid, and everything. So I'm very excited about it. And people seem to really like this at work. They were fighting over my semi prototypes. I mean, I got some talent in the world, I guess. Okay, go this way. But that's how I like think of science in simple terms. If you sit there and get overwhelmed with all the numbers and stuff, you really won't understand the basis of theory. Science is, to me, I know a lot about numbers and stuff, but the thing of trying to translate that to people that don't really don't think of numbers is hard. And then they appear a different way to people. I like to think, I mean, I can understand them when they're talking and saying it, but that's not something that everybody can do. So I try to keep things real basic, and I really do. I honestly try to keep all of my stuff good and basic and just happy, stuff. And if you coordinate set of numbers and you're able to explain theory and understand the theory without the numbers, then when you coordinate the numbers with the theory, it becomes a lot simpler. I mean, this is just, it's the way things are in life. And not everybody's a number person. So what are you supposed to do if someone's not a number person? I mean, it could be, I mean, if people just give up and they just ignore you because they don't understand. And sometimes they do that with some of these scientists. I understand what they're saying. That's why I listen to all the streaming of the scientists because they make perfect sense to me, but I think in numbers. I don't. I like to understand the basis of the theory, and it's a lot easier through science listening to them if you knew the numbers. But sometimes I like to think that people forget about that because not everybody's like that. Not everybody thinks in numbers like that. So you truly can't just think in numbers all the time and not understand your theory. It's kind of like they always said when I started learning math. It's like building a house, science. You're not going to understand. You can't tell someone that's never built a house, go build this house, if you don't know the foundation. And that's a lot of how it goes. It really is. A lot of how it goes is building a house. You build a house. Linear theories in layman's terms, it's just different theories of the relativity of energy and how it comes about, and it has the different processes. But in the different processes of the energy transfers and how it refers to different things is what separates the string theory from relativity theories from different stuff, and sometimes they all intertwine like the string. So, and a lot of times I feel science does intertwine and repeats itself like history, if you think about it truly. And it does. It truly repeats itself, and so does the science. They come up with different calculations of the same answer because maybe the numbers or coordinates from the other scientist weren't perfect, so the other one critiques it and tweaks it up and makes it better. Just like the string. I had a mistake right here. That's one string theory of how things come together and kind of, in this sense, are kind of yucky, in my opinion. So it dies off and gets yucky and becomes a black hole. Then you have this one that spawned off the black hole, and maybe it had so much stuff and it ate stuff. It ate things, and I guess we could think of science as black holes. All these different knots in here, they come together, they make something. It's a mistake, but it's not. So it's not as pretty as the other ones. It's not, and I guess these, I guess you would call a star. It's not as pretty as a star, but it was a star. And black holes are dead stars. So they create this black hole, and then it shoots out a star. You got this beautiful necklace over here, and then you got this beautiful necklace here, and then you got a couple pretty things, but they circulate around that because there's so many knots in this hole. And we'll call this the black hole. There's so many knots in here. It's holding everything together. So, I mean, that's the easy way of thinking of it. Easy. And this kind of like how you could correlate the universe. When I was learning inorganic chemistry, I had a professor that told me that it's like tennis. And that's how he literally taught himself chemistry. Inorganic chemistry was from like playing tennis. He said it's easy if you correlate it with something you like or don't like. So that's what I like to do when I'm learning things. I like to correlate it with something. So I guess in this case, this is, I believe this is big enough. I might make this a tad bit bigger. But if you correlate things in a different way, you can really have a different understanding about things. Everybody's too much in a hurry to do this, to do that. I'm going to buy this, buy that. And I don't understand that. You got to go to school for that. You really don't have to go to school to learn about this stuff and correlate all this stuff. I mean, if you want to learn it, you got to learn the theories before you apply the numbers. But learning the theories, like I said, could be anything. Like if you like wrestling, basic learning techniques that teachers use. You can apply it to wrestling. You can apply it to arts and crafts. You can apply it to a lot of things. It's just very basic, simple scientific principles. And that's why I always say religion and science goes hand in hand. I really do. Because on the religious end, they always say God is energy. Okay, God is energy. Everybody says this God is energy, and that's proven, but we're fighting all the time over stuff, but we're all saying the same thing in a different way. So I don't understand that a lot. Why would you say the same thing in a different way all the time and then everybody disagrees? But everybody's literally saying the same thing in a different way. They really are. And honestly, when I got real sick and I was in ICU and they had to flatline me, I didn't feel any pain. I did see a light. I did, honestly. I seen that light in the tunnel. But it wasn't, I didn't feel any pain and I felt at peace. So whatever's out there, it's very peaceful. If you want to call it God, if you want to call it a black hole, but I believe it's by the Milky Way. I believe God is the Milky Way. I totally believe God is the Milky Way. I mean, people could call me what they want. They can call me crazy, they can call me not crazy. I don't really care. But this energy transfer, the biggest energy transfer we got going on is our Milky Way, and we're right next to it. And it's calculating and bringing in other stuff, and it's right next to us. Maybe we're a part of this. Maybe, like I said, I believe that God is the Milky Way and we're close to God. And I have been called all kinds of stuff, but this is what I believe. And I don't think it's too far off than other theories of it. I just believe it. I believe God is everything. God is every kind of scientific study we have. He could do anything. He could do cold fusion. He can do anything because he's the ultimate energy. And I honestly believe that. I believe that wholeheartedly. So to me, that's what I believe. To other people, I mean, it's almost like we're just saying the same thing in different ways. And to fit in with that person, you got to believe it in the way they say to believe it. I welcome everyone. I'm a very good soul. I believe everyone. And I believe everyone's for the same cause, but sometimes they just go a darker path. And the darker path, my friends, is not fun. And take your two fingers and put it under, and then you bring it out like this. And I'm going to try to do 3 of these tomorrow and put together and see how it would look like a bracelet. Or even a really nice, intricate yarn necklace. And intertwine different colors. You know, just for fun stuff to do. Alright. For this one, I want to get a really nice crystal. I'm trying to think here what I got. I got a lot of stuff here. These are all things I'm keeping them for another day. What is it? I do like this one. think what would accent this in a nice way. Mhm. This moon goes here. That black wouldn't look good. So thinking about saving this. Definitely. Because I already got her that green one. She does like green. So I'm going to give her this green one with this, and I think it would look nice too. And then she'll have a green set. And I'm going to just pull this through here. And I'm just going to take this. And the great thing with yarn is if you want to get something through, it's going to fit because it's yarn. You want a string that's going to work. You really like string, you create it, and it's thin enough with 3 of these for this. And look how nice that is. I think it's very pretty. It's green. She likes pink and green, and it kind of looks pretty. In the universe, there's all kinds of colors. So we're going to go with that. Where if she wants to, there's a green set here for my friend Tanya's present. And I'm going to turn this camera over here. And see, that's going to be Tanya's set right there. That's the green set going to my friend Tanya. And, oh my lord, hang on. Every time my camera, like, does not like me sometimes. And then I got this clear one for my other friend, Carol. Alright, I got the clear set here, which I think is really pretty. That's a set, but I think for a nice green set, this really sets it off. And like I said, she could put it in her car for travel protection or just about anything. So I got those 2 gifts done. And they look very professional. And then we got the black hole over here. We're going to call this the black hole. This is the black hole because something went wrong and all this good stuff came out of it, but it got problems. So I'm going to turn this camera over and thank you for listening to me. I appreciate all your support. And I I deeply appreciate the views because I am on Facebook and a couple of things, but I am not one of these super YouTubers. So I try, but I'm not. And now I think now that I have the necklaces and, maybe I'll be a little more interesting. And I do appreciate being part of the Facebook community. I'm sorry, Facebook. I don't know why I said that. I'm sorry. The YouTube community. I am on Facebook also, but I do share my videos and tell the people from Facebook to come over and talk, listen to my stuff. So I do enjoy the YouTube community. I mean, and I appreciate everything that YouTube does, and hopefully I get some views. I have been getting slowly some views, but hopefully I do. But I hope you enjoyed watching me make my arts and crafts because I'm going to be doing different ones. I apologize for the lighting. I'm not that experienced at this, and I'm trying. I really truly am trying. I did not go to broadcasting school or nothing. I'm just a simple person that tries to do different things. But I hope everyone's having a fabulous day, and I hope they have a blessed life. And I'm Chong is signing out.